Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala barakatuh. Alhamdulillah rabbil alamin, wassalatu wassalamu ala asyrafil anbiya wal mursalin wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. Alhamdulillah, we are continuing a series of our life coach training program to train, inshallah, as many people as possible through this program of positive Islamic psychology. Our handbook, inshallah, will upload into our Islamic psychology.net website, and then you can download this whole book, ebook, which we do in the form of ebook, and then we also have the Indonesian version, inshallah, in about a month's time, and then you can then download it, and also we have a summary which is already uploaded, and you can sign up at our life coach. You go to the heading life coach, and then you sign up to become our life coach training. So what we are trying to do is to give you free training, and you'll be certified life coach under KEF, Khalifa Education Foundation, and Islamic Psychology Center. This is a useful certification, and later on, inshallah, we have certification with other universities. What's important is that, as mentioned earlier on, we have to face the challenges of the 21st century. The approach will be to train the youth, especially the ummah, as well as retirees and so on, to play an active role in changing the ummah. Allah does not change the situation of this ummah to be downtrodden, oppressed, and in a state of poverty and so on, unless we take proactive action to change our state. So that is the sunnah, the fitrah that Allah has ordained upon us. So we have to work out in terms of the challenges in facing the challenges of atheism, the challenges of how to maintain our Islamicity, religiosity in the 21st century, the overcoming negative perception of Islam, the challenges of being able to seek a career, a good life on this earth, because Allah also wants us to have a good life as a rehearsal to a good life in the hereafter. So this is the program, our Excel Ummah program, to train 10,000 of you, inshallah, throughout the world. So we are now targeting within Malaysia, then we go to Indonesia, we go to Bangladesh, we go to Pakistan, we go to the US, we go to Europe, everywhere in the world. You have an opportunity to learn with us positive Islamic psychology, our non-sectarian approach. Our approach is just focus on transforming the ummah positively through the psychology of positive Islamic psychology, which was developed by the late Professor Muhammad Mahdi Jenkins and myself. So what can be done is our module will consist of understanding the challenges and then working on the 4 levels: motivation, coaching, mentoring, and counseling. So we have a lot of emphasis on motivation. And motivation alone, you go to Islamic Motivation PIP in YouTube, we have 135 videos there just on Islamic motivation, which you can do. And our program is to create each and every one of you, whether you are achievers, to become achievers in life. So our objective is to train 10,000 and through this approach. And what are the challenges? I have explained to you that we Muslims, especially the youth, are facing multifaceted challenges. So our emphasis again is, even though it's open to all, whether you are a retiree, a teacher, a housewife, but we are targeting this, hopefully we can get as many young people as possible to become our certified life coach, so that they can coach and mentor other people. Because you have very negative peer group pressure. So if we can have a very positive peer group pressure through motivation, coaching, mentoring and counseling, that will be a wonderful approach to transform the ummah, inshallah. So what are the challenges that Allah has given us in the 21st century? Those are the challenges that we have explained, but I'm going to give you some more understanding, that we have to develop an excellent ummah in the 21st century. That is our goal, that is our hope, and we are striving towards that. So by training you all, you also can partake in this training, and you owe no loyalty to us. You are independent. You do this for Allah's sake, for the sake of your family, for the sake of your community, for the sake of Islam. We don't expect anything in return, inshallah. We just want you to learn from us, then be achievers, independent activists in your life, rather than wasting your time watching TV, just spending time playing video games and get addicted to many of these nonsensical things in this dunya, the pool of the haywaniyah and the nafsul ammarah, that result in us wasting our time, wasting our life, and living nothing in terms of our amal, for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in the next world. So we should acknowledge there are many problems in the ummah. So we do not sink into despair and desperity, because despair leads to kufur. Whatever is our challenges in life, whether it's a personal challenges within our community, challenges within the ummah in a global way, we have to face it squarely. So one of the problems is the problems of violence within the ummah that we know. Alright, the sectarian violence between Sunni and Shia, the geopolitical interplay with the superpowers playing into this game of pitting one against the other, is something that we have to mature out, try to find a way out and resolve all the challenges of the problem, whether it's in Iraq, whether it's in Syria, whether it's in Yemen, whether it is the problems of Muslims in many countries where they're being oppressed, where there are genocide in Myanmar. All those things has to be resolved at a higher level. So what we do is we are trying to bring the positive change through positive motivational approach and not through violence. So the next is the issue of poverty in Muslim countries. Again, we have to upgrade our education system, upgrade our technological system. We have to remove corruption. The highest level of corruption in the world are all in Muslim countries. So you have, for every dollar that is being spent, $9 is being siphoned off by corrupt officials. So that naturally destroys Muslim countries all over the world. So we are at the bottom of the pit because of the greed of our own politicians and officials and so on. So we must have this movement of trying to correct that, not by killing them, but by motivational counseling, coaching approach. Then the UN report has listed us as among the worst of all countries in the world. So we are the lower. So remember, civilization goes, it up, and then the tide will come. So Allah tells us in Al-Quran that Allah will change our state, in which we are living now, to the state of peace and tranquility, which Allah gives us. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Wa'adallahu alladhina amanu minkum wa amilus salihat la yastahlifannahum fil ardi kama istakhlafa alladhina min qablihim wa limakkinana lahum dinahum alladhi irtada lahum wa yubaddilannahum min ba'di khawfihim amna ya'budunani la yushrikuna bi shay'a wa man kafara ba'da dhalika fa ulaika humul khasirun. So Allah tells us that whatever state that we are now, we are living in a state of fear. If you worship Allah and do righteous deed, Allah will change your current state and allow you to become leaders in this world, in this planet Earth. That is the promise of Allah. And He will remove our fear, our worry, our downtroddenness, our oppression that we are going through, to a state of what? Allah tells us a state of peace and tranquility. That is what Allah wants for the ummah. That is what Allah wants for all humanity. So we have to change within that framework of the 21st century. And the approach will be motivational, coaching, mentoring, and counseling. Very simple, very useful approach, inshallah. So the next issue, technical and socio-economic challenges, as we go into the world of artificial intelligence, robotics, semiconductors, internet, and so many of these new technologies, we will have displacement of billions of humanity. Together with climate change and the destruction of the ecosystem, wallahu alam, how bad and how terrible this is going to be within the next 50 years, only Allah knows. But deep in our heart, we know that we can do something good. So don't be despair. We Muslims act to change ourselves, strive to make ourselves a good ummah, a peaceful ummah, a wonderful ummah, a loving ummah, a caring caring not only for us. Don't say only, oh, we want to save only the Muslims. No, we have to save all humanity. Not only all humanity, we have to save all the birds, the bees, the insects, the whales, the tigers, the elephants. They're all dying. We are in the 6th mass extinction of species. 6. This last one could be the end of humanity if we do not react now. We only have about 10 to 20 years to make that change, to make that shift from this greedy, materialistic worldview to a post-materialistic, balanced, holistic worldview driven by our acknowledgement of the Creator who put us here and who give us a good life on this earth, and we should appreciate that good life, be of gratitude and be of care and concern, and change our life towards a peaceful ummah and develop our family to be the best of humanity. Then inshallah together with other human beings, we can make a change positively towards the joy of Iman, the joy of Islam, the joy of living in peace and tranquility in the 21st century, inshallah. Knowing all this, we are the sincere servant of Allah. We are His Khalifa on this earth, always striving to make ourselves good, helping others to be good, and making the world good.